Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso has caused a flurry of action after taking over in September 2022. He has pledged quick action against jihadists, reclaimed land, and started anti-corruption programs, but he has also courted Russia, distanced himself from France, and successfully navigated the difficult transition to civilian government. Despite all this, some people are still fighting to see that Captain Ibrahim Traore is not at the forefront in Burkina Faso. It is reported that a murder attempt against Burkina Faso's interim president, Ibrahim Traoré, was thwarted in a stunning turn of events. Burkina Faso is experiencing unstable political conditions, as this failed attempt adds another chapter to its long history of coup attempts and power conflicts. It has been reported that Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba was the brains behind this foiled effort. Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, born January 1981, is a Burkinabé military officer who served as interim president of Burkina Faso from January 31, 2022 to September 30, 2022. He was removed in a coup by his military colleague Ibrahim Traoré. Fortunately, the conspirators' plot to detonate an explosion inside the presidential home was thwarted in time. In the wake of the most recent attempt on his life, Burkina Faso has seen several moments of political instability. This precarious position was brought to light in September with the arrest of 4 military commanders on charges of plotting a coup. In a statement read out on television last year, the authorities said some arrests had been made and they were actively pursuing other suspects, without giving specific details. People are asking questions. Are those plotting coups and battling to remove Traoré dissatisfied with the work he is accomplishing? What are their desires? Do they have something to offer the nation, or are they merely seeking revenge? These people need to speak up for themselves. The failed attempt on Traoré's life highlights the tremendous obstacles he must overcome, not only from external enemies, but also from within. These people planning to take out Traoré could not be working alone. They have people backing them. As the days go by, Traoré keeps having more allies, and it will become very difficult for them to touch him. Take note that Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger signed a mutual defense pact in September 2023, as the 3 Sahel countries aim to help each other against possible threats of armed rebellion or external aggression. So, how do these perpetrators think they will bypass these 3 countries? Anyone trying to remove Ibrahim Traoré from where he also has to remove the presidents of Niger and Mali. They will also have to deal with Vladimir Putin. The West could also be behind all that is going on because they want to find a new leader, one they will be able to manipulate. As we all know, Burkina Faso is rich. When it comes to natural resources, they have gold, zinc, copper, manganese, phosphate, and limestone in substantial quantities. It also has reserves of diamond bauxite, nickel, and vanadium. However, these remain largely unexplored. The West is looking for a president that could manage these resources for them. Since Traoré has decided to stand up for the rights of his people and his country, they want him dead. Ibrahim Traoré has been keeping to his promise of transforming the country and ensuring a better life for his people. He has already launched and embarked on multiple developmental projects, as well as following up with projects that were launched before he rose to power. Some of these projects include the modernization of roads, the construction of Ouagadougou Airport, the starting up of multiple entrepreneurship programs, and many others. All this is making France scared because they now see that the country does not need them. France is also seeing the natural resources it has stopped gaining from Burkina Faso. Traoré's challenge to France's interests in Burkina Faso is part of a broader trend of African countries becoming more assertive and independent. This trend is being driven by some factors, including the rise of a new generation of African leaders, the growing economic power of Africa, and the decline of Western influence on the continent. Russia and China, among other nations, are becoming more and more competitive with France in the African continent. These countries are providing more alluring military and economic aid to African nations than France does. The difficulties the French government is encountering in Africa are known to it. It is attempting to modify its policies to reflect the shifting environment. In the long run, though, it's unclear if France will be able to sustain its historical dominance in Africa. This does not mean that Traoré is completely into Russia and China to be able to do anything in his country. He is not accepting every offer from these countries. Take note that Ibrahim Traoré canceled the gold mining license for Nordgold, a major Russian mining company. The decision came amid growing scrutiny of the company's operations in the country and growing tensions between Burkina Faso and Russia. How could someone as honest as Ibrahim Traoré be leading a country, and yet people are still trying to put him down? Do these people mean any good? Some others argue that these attempts are coming as a result of the statement Traoré made about elections. Traoré had promised fair elections when he got into power, but later he said elections were not a priority in the country at the moment. Also, when Traoré seized power, he gave himself 2 to 3 months to improve security in Burkina Faso, but 1 year on, jihadist violence still blights the West African nation. So, people keep criticizing him for that. But Traoré has done so much already in the short time he has been in power as compared to many other African leaders. These coup attempts keep arising because the African continent is not yet united. Africa has a long history of conflict and division. Africans need to work together to overcome these challenges and build a more peaceful and united continent. This can be done through initiatives such as dialogue, reconciliation programs, and cultural exchange. Many African countries have struggled with corruption and authoritarian rule, so much so that they have become so used to it. Africans can support democracy and good governance by holding their leaders accountable, demanding transparency, and participating in the political process. These leaders should learn from what Ibrahim Traoré is doing in Burkina Faso. By supporting Ibrahim Traoré, it will be very difficult to hear of attempts on his life or coups. This will not only be for Burkina Faso, but for the entire continent. What do you propose should be done to the man who tried to terminate Ibrahim Traoré? Let us know in the comments below. Encourage us to continue making videos like this by liking this video and subscribing to the New Tourist channel. Turn on notifications too so you get notified whenever we upload videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you in our next video.